Starr, toujours maillot jaune. Voilà pour marquer l'étonnement du ouais. Et à Lomé, on dit oh. À Abidjan, on dit quoi même? Eva, Eva, Jiwa.
I I'm a
Wamyantu Hosanna. Hosanna. Hey. Are you for Hinarbo? Hosanna. Handkerchiefs. Wamyantu Hosanna. Hosanna. Are you for Hinarbo? Hosanna. Jesus Nurbano. Hosanna. Are you for Hinarbo? Hosanna. Wamyantu Hosanna. Hosanna. To the King and Lord of Lords we say. Hosanna. Listen, yes, wedding kunmo. Hosanna. See, I'm an overcomer. Hosanna. I say, yes, wedding kunmo.
Now we're here, looking back on where we come from. Because of you and nothing we've done to deserve the love and mercy you've shown. But your grace was strong enough to pick us up. You made a way when our backs were against the wall, and it looked as if it was over. Online, on mobile, and soon on DAB. This is Starr.
Hi there, this
Radio
is CJ
UK,
Buckle,
the
your
leading
life coach. And
Afro-Caribbean
whenever I'm in London, I
radio
listen to
station
Starr
in
Radio
London.
UK right here. But guess what? You can listen to wherever you are.
Hello everyone. My name is Vanessa, co-founder of the award-winning Ghana Bamboo Bikes Initiative. When I'm in London, I always listen to Starr Radio UK.
Everybody say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough to say thank you. The Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? me ground cover. What you say? I can breathe without you, say. I can breathe without you. I can move without you, Lord. I can move without you. Hey, who am I without you? Who am I without you? I can live without you, yeah. I can live without you. I can breathe without you, Lord. I can breathe without you. I can move without you, yeah. I can move without you. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I without you? Who am I thinking now? Boy, am I thinking now? Boy, am I thinking now? So, oh yeah. Boy, am I thinking now? Oh yeah. Boy, am I thinking now? Oh yeah. Boy, am I thinking now? Boy, am I thinking now?
Hello everyone, my name is Veronica Selby, co-founder of the award-winning Ghana Bamboo Bikes Initiative. When I'm in London, I always listen to Starr Radio UK.
Listen to Regina Abban and Lady Caroline every Monday from 5 to 6:30 p.m. on Point at Starr Radio UK, where we educate the youth and young adults on life issues.
Hello, good people. I'm back again, and this time it's about Mama's Choice Fufu Mix. It comes in two flavors, and it contains essential minerals and vitamins. It's gluten-free. You can grab one from the nearest Afro-Caribbean shop or the corner shop next to you. Insist it's Mama's Choice. It's certified by both the US and the UK Food Standard Boards. Grab one for yourself today. Mama's Choice. Ubedisa Charlie.
You made a way. Don't know how.
Turn it on. Turn it up.
Standing here, not knowing how we'll get through this test, but holding on to faith. You know best. Nothing can catch you by surprise.
This is Starr Radio UK.
And you're watching us now.
In your car,
At work,
at home,
on your smartphone,
You represent your own.
broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Everything we need you say you got this in control. And now we know that you made a way. When our backs were against the wall and it looked as if it was over, Lord, you made a way. And we're standing here only because you made a way. You made a way. So now we're here, looking back on where we come from. Because of you and nothing we've done to deserve the love and mercy you showed. Your grace was strong enough and you picked us up. Say you made a way when our backs were against the wall and it looked as if it was all. Father, you made a way. You made a way, and we're standing here only because you sing it again. You made a way. When our backs were against the wall and it looked as if there was no way out, but you made a way, and we're standing here right now only because you made a way. So you move mountains, you cause walls to fall with your power. Perform miracles. There is nothing that's impossible. And we're standing here only because you move mountains. You cause walls with your awesome power. You perform miracles. Yeah. There is nothing, oh God, that's impossible. Everything you do, and we're standing here only because you move mountains. You cause walls to fall. You got mighty power. You perform miracles every day. There is nothing that's impossible. Yeah, and we're standing here only because
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
all around the world.
This is Star Radio UK.
Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
This is Star Radio UK.
Listen to Regina Abban and Lady Caroline every Monday from 5 to 6:30 p.m. on Point at Star Radio UK, where we educate the youth and young adults on life issues.
Hello. Good afternoon and welcome to Star Radio UK. My name is Regina. This afternoon, transmitting live. This is On Point, a program designed for the young adult, for the youth, for the loved ones, for everybody, for all and sundry. Everybody. So please share the page on Facebook, invite friends, invite loved ones, invite not so loved ones, invite children, invite cousins, invite aunties, and the entire family to come and join us and be part of this program this afternoon. Good afternoon to all the wonderful people who have already joined the program. Apologies for the late start. Let me quickly bring in our co-host of this one and only program that is On Point. Lady C, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm very
I'm
good.
loving the new style. It is great. This is me, isn't it? This is me learning to love me.
Learning to love you.
I was thinking that this afternoon, actually. I said, oh my gosh, I'm learning to love myself so much.
That's it, and I'm checking your dreads. I'm checking the locks. It just baffles me.
It's growing. It's exposed now. It's out of the tent. It's out of the tent and it's growing and it's doing okay. Great. How is the family? How is everybody? We thank God. I'm great. It's been a while. I've missed you.
I've missed you too.
Oh, you are so naughty though. So naughty though. Last week you were enjoying yourself.
I was learning to love myself.
Yeah. Bring it on. Next 2 weeks I'll be learning to love myself. Next 2 weeks I'll be learning to love myself.
You wouldn't be learning to love yourself though.
Okay, so bring your greetings to your audience, to the public, to family, to friends, to one and all.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's nice to be back again. Last week I deserted all of you, but today I'm here.
In person. You were still live on the program. Yes.
I was, yes. I trust everybody has been very well, and we thank God that you are tuned in with us and you are listening. This program is designed for you as usual, and is to make us all to learn and open our eyes and learn to love ourselves every day. Good afternoon to you.
Thank you so much. So without wasting much time, we're going to hit the topic running. For the past few weeks, we haven't acknowledged our producers. Oh,
we haven't.
Would you do the honors of acknowledging our producers this afternoon?
Good afternoon to our lovely team, most handsome, gorgeous producers, Pastor Archie and Pastor Frank. Pastor Archie, you are so wonderful. Pastor Frank, wherever you are, I send my greetings to you as well. You are well missed in the studio these days. You are very scarce from the studio. You have to be careful, you know.
Remotely producing.
I'm telling you, this guy is just wandering in London everywhere, and we can't even see him anymore.
Good afternoon to members of LTCC Higher Life, everybody that has joined us this afternoon. May the Lord richly bless you wherever you are. And good afternoon to family and friends across the globe.
Good afternoon to my one and only Pastor Reverend Abban, my father.
Your sweet father.
My sweet one and only father.
We thank God for that. Good afternoon to all the mamas and papas of the ministry and of the vision and of the kingdom of God, wherever you're listening to us from this afternoon. Here in London is precisely 5:43. It may be a morning, it may be an afternoon, it may be a night time. Wherever you are, we bid you good afternoon from London. Okay, so we've been looking at Joseph and his dreams and the story about Joseph and his dreams, and that's where we are. We are continuing. For those of you that want to join in, please use the phone numbers if you want to: 0208 133 2257, 0208 133 2257 or 58. US or Canada 001 718 303 2737, 001 718 303 2737. Text WhatsApp 075 39661744. info@starradiouk.com, and you tweet us at Star Radio UK. Those of you that tweet, there we are. We are on YouTube. We are on all the social media platforms. So feel free to invite friends. Tell someone about this program. It's designed to equip and empower, designed to teach and to share information and to learn from the young adults from all walks of life. And we know that parents are listening as well. And we know that pastors are listening. And we know that everybody is listening. And that's why we are proud of you. We appreciate you so much. Without you being there, we will not be here. We know there are a team of people listening all the way in Ghana. God richly bless you, all men and women of God, family and friends alike. God empower and strengthen everybody. Life is such that you will go through challenges.
Indeed.
There will be dreams. There will be times and seasons where you don't see the way ahead very clearly. There will be moments and there will be periods and there will be weeks, months, years of confusion and not being able to make headway. It's like you're battling your head against the tide. And if you look at the story of Joseph, Joseph had a dream. He was a young guy when he had the dream. A very innocent young guy. He's very naive. Immature, you said the other day. Lacking maturity. So he had a dream. The dream is wonderful. I mean, the whole world is bowing to Joseph. What more could be wrong with that dream? If I were in his shoes and the whole world was bowing, I think I'll be walking on clouds.
Indeed.
And unknown to Joseph, loved by his family, but did not like him and his dream. There were challenges, there were confusion, there were seasons and periods and times that he didn't really know. And to make matters worse, he didn't only have one dream. He had two dreams, two big dreams. Then also back when he went and had two big dreams, and then at the end of the day, those two big dreams also became his issue, his challenge, his cross to carry. Someone is waving at us. Thank you so much for your wave, Zaka, and we wave back at you as well, and we say thank you for your time on Facebook with us this afternoon.
Can I quickly say good afternoon to my friend Mishak, watching all the way from Ghana.
Mishak, good afternoon to you, sir. God bless you. So, Joseph had this dream, and the dream is wonderful, and it's something in his spirit, in his mind, in his view. It is something profound, unique, something that is going to transform his life. Perhaps I always say this, I don't think he really understood.
He didn't understand the dream at all. I think when he had the dream, if he understood, I don't think he would be so anxious to share it with anybody. But I think he didn't understand what the dream meant, the implication, and at the end what's going to happen.
And I think that this is why people often advise against talking to people who don't understand you, who don't have your back, so to speak, who don't have your interest and welfare and well-being at heart. Joseph, I don't know, Joseph's brother were hard workers. They seem to always be out there doing something and busy attending to things, right? And Joseph always seems to be our own dream.
Doing nothing. The daydream.
He's always looking for the brothers. He's always finding them. He was never among the crowd and the pack. So I don't know what was happening then. As I've always said, I don't like to fill in where there are gaps in the Bible. But I would like to ask, why was Joseph never with his brothers?
He was too busy tending to his father.
He was busy sitting at the foot of his father, enjoying the many colors of a wonderful coat, with his hands in his pockets. So what happens is Joseph has these wonderful dreams, tells his family, and his family dislike him. I want to look at today, why would someone not, I don't know how to put this. Why do people become offended when you are excited about something? Why do people take offense when you are excited? When you have it's like you are on fire to do something. Why do people become offended? And it's often people that are very close to you. You see, when you look at this story very closely and you kind of open your eyes to things that are not visually seen, but they are hidden, if you like. You can see that this man was trying to get information across to his brothers. But his brothers didn't like him.
They didn't like him.
I don't get that part. Why did they hate him so much?
Only God knows. Because maybe possibly could it be that his father loved him so much? So from their part, there may have been jealousy. So
it's sad because in life you will come across number of people. I mean, whatever age you are, as a young adult, as a youth, as a young parent, as a parent, when you take your child to school, you're interacting with people all the time. The world is full of people, not trees, not cars. It's full of human beings. And we all come from different backgrounds, different training, different understanding, different society, different cultures. It's endless. But somehow, somewhat, in a pack of people, you will find different cultures. You will find different nationals. You will find different religious people. A whole lot of things. But in that same community, we have to be able to dwell in harmony. We have to be able to work together for our benefit. And if you look at this nation right now, we coming out of Europe, Brexit, and we are working on Brexit, and we are working on coming out, and we are doing things. We were just a small portion of a whole union, and the union is made up of so many people, so many cultures, but the vision is for us all to have one common understanding of operation, common goal, way of trading, one common vision of living together. And the distances that we are supposed to live together is even vast. If you imagine someone who lives in Poland and I live in England, the distance alone is very far. We are seas across from each other. Yet we are learning to live with each other. Do you get where I'm going with this? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yet in a home, families cannot live together. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. If I'm supposed to learn to live with people that are coming from XYZ nations, I don't know them from anywhere. But yet, if we are in a community, we are supposed to learn to live together. And we have to live together for the common goal, for the benefit of us, so that we can all access the things that are available in society for all of us, for the benefit of all of us. We have to work. I mean, if you go to the library, I couldn't go to the library and vandalize the place because I don't like the books there.
Not at all.
But I live in the community. I couldn't go to the hospital and vandalize the place because I don't like the treatment they're giving. But I live in the community. These things are there to benefit all of us. And for all of us to be able to have access to it and use it for the betterment of us. At the same time, we are supposed to protect it and look after it and make it work for all of us. Whether I like it or not, that is not the question. The question is, it's in place for all of us to access, to use, and therefore we all have to come together somewhat, somehow. I have to pay my council tax so that the place keeps running. So do you get what I'm saying with it? So I don't get it why Joseph's brothers didn't like him. just because of the dream. But we want to look at how did he communicate the dream and how did they receive it? Because that's where we think the problem might have been. Because if you don't communicate your message very well, communication is key in life. It is so important. The mode of communication, the tone of communication, and the message in itself, the contents of communication is so key that if you don't understand it, or if you don't put it across properly, people misjudge you.
You can put your point across nicely. If somebody don't want to take it the way you are putting it across, they wouldn't put it. They wouldn't take it.
Right.
You can put it in as much nicer way as you can. They won't take it. They won't take it. So if Joseph, being a child of 17, come to you and say, "Oh, this is the dream that I've had," most probably he was looking for an encouragement from the brothers,
or even direction.
That's it. I don't understand, but this is what I have had. I can come to you with my dream. Oh, maybe, mommy, I slept last night. This is the dream that I had. I may not be able to interpret what the dream means. Maybe you would understand. You'd be able to say A, B, C, D. So maybe from Joseph's point of view, that's where he was coming from. He didn't understand the dream. He didn't know the significance of the dream. He didn't know what it meant to him or to his brothers or to his family or to the entire nation. So he was just putting it across. And they took offense in what he was saying, the dreamer. Here comes the dreamer.
Let's kill him.
Let's destroy
Let's
him.
kill him. Let's take his life out of him and see what if he can have any more dreams. And that is so sad because he trusted them, he loved them, he cared for them, and maybe he even hoped that they will even help him to understand. Who knows? He's number 11. Maybe the 10 before him have had these dreams before. He didn't know that. He's never heard anybody talk about any dream in the family. We didn't even know. We don't know much about them. But isn't that in itself a unique something? Out of 11 children, let's not even dwell on Benjamin, but out of the 11 children, God chooses one that his heart is right in order to use him to achieve a vision. Do you know what I'm saying? So it goes to show that the brother's heart was not right in the sight of God. Their mind was corrupt. Their behavior was terrible.
Because if their mind was right, if their brother was telling them something, they wouldn't instantly want to kill him. They wouldn't instantly want to destroy him. So that means their minds and their hearts were not in the right place. And if your mind and heart is not in the right place, how do you supposed to be used to do anything or to achieve anything?
To help somebody.
You can't.
You have to check these things when you're going on in a daily life. You have to check why you have certain motives, why you behave in certain ways, why you're doing what you're doing. You have to check yourself.
This brings to mind, yesterday I went to church and I think what was preached was so powerful and it really touched me. The pastor just preached and he says because we went to the prison ministry, because we do the prison, we went to the prisons. So the chaplain at the prisons was saying that you have to aspire to be able to inspire before you expire.
Yes.
So if you do not aspire yourself, check yourself, your motives, your aspirations, what is in you, how are you able to inspire somebody to achieve this? And before you can do that and you haven't inspired someone, you expire, you both be dead and not fulfill your potentials. So now Joseph came to you with his potential, he came to you with his dream, he came to you for you to give him understanding, for to guide him to what he has to know or what he has dreamed. You couldn't help him, but rather you want to destroy him.
You want to destroy him.
You want to destroy him.
You didn't even bother to take time to understand what's going on.
What was going on with the young guy.
You just wanted to destroy him.
You want to kill him because of what he's been telling his father as well can contribute to that.
Okay. Let's just very quickly take a quick commercial break, a musical break, and we will be right back. Just give us 2 minutes. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
You made a way. standing here, not knowing how we'll get through this test, but holding on to faith you know best. Yeah. Nothing can catch you by surprise. You got this figured out, and you're watching us now. And when it looks as if we can
Listen to Regina Abban and Lady Caroline every Monday from 5 to 6:30 p.m. on Point at Starr Radio UK, where we educate the youth and young adults on life issues.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, and welcome back. Welcome back. God richly bless you. And this is On Point. My name is Regina. Just getting the introduction on the way, and then we'll be able to flow. So Joseph had issues with his brother, and no one could actually say. They were just offended. They just felt like this guy needs to be gotten rid of. This guy we need to do away. So there were barriers between Joseph and his brother based on the communication, based on what he was communicating with them. And therefore we want to look at communication and responsibility. So why do people become offended at what you do or what you say? Do you want to take it from there?
People may get offended, or people may seem offended about what you say. Maybe they don't know, or they don't have your meaning or understanding of your situation. If you have got your dreams, if you've got your aspirations, whatever that you have, somebody may not be meaningful to that person. So that person may find it offense for you to even share it with them. So it's important that we have to know who we are sharing our aspirations with. We have to know who we are sharing our ideas, our dreams, our potentials with. It's not everybody that will have your dream. Like you said before, it's not everybody that's going to have your back. There are people who's going to have your back, and there are people who don't have your back. They are just there to see what they can see, and then they go away. But those that have your back, you have to know them very carefully. You have to choose friends that will help you in time of your need very carefully. It's important.
It's important. Because when Joseph talked about his dreams, he talked not only to the brothers, but also to the father. And we know that the story clearly says that Joseph was really loved.
Yes.
Really loved. And in time, in season, in life, sometimes people appreciate you for the qualities that you have. People appreciate you for the purpose that you serve, for the things that you do for them. And you have a special place at their, as they say, in their heart. They say this person is close to my heart. We can say Joseph was very close to the heart of Jacob. And that has something to do with the mother and the whole story about that. But the fact that Joseph was unique in a way that the father treasured him above the other brethren caused a problem, a barrier between him and his brothers. And therefore, they couldn't gel together, if you know what I mean. Sometimes in life, you meet people you cannot gel with. You meet people that you haven't done anything to cause them to kind of become offended at you.
They don't like you for the sake of you.
They just don't like the blessings upon your life. You are too favored for their liking. No, it's true. You are too favored for their liking. And the fact that the Lord is enriching your bosom with all his blessings and making sure that you are above and not beneath, and you are the head and not the tail, and you are rich and blessed in going out and blessed coming in. People don't like it. They are offended. They cannot bear it. They cannot stand it. And it chokes them to death. They feel suffocated to the point that they then act out in ways that is bizarre. It's strange. It's unusual. Their response will make you wonder, are these people human beings?
They are.
And sometimes that's what it is, because a human being will not do what the brothers did to Joseph. If it wasn't the intervention of one or two of the brothers, the guy would have been dead with his dreams, dead with the blessings of God upon his life, because there were vultures ready to pounce on his flesh and eat him alive. Do you know what I mean? But then again, God makes a way of escape. God comes in knowing that no, this man has too much blessings to die at this stage. Let me just bring in these traders to come and take him. So sometimes people you trust so much, people you love so much, people you care about so much, there can be things that will cause barriers between the two. And then at the end of the day, the relationship is not as sweet as it can be. And that, I think, can be from the way the process of interaction, things that are happening. So in Joseph's case, the brothers became very jealous of his dreams, very jealous of his presence. Every time he shows up, they have a name. Here comes the dreamer.
Here comes the it's really sad. That's human life. That's human life. And I believe that even though he may have talked about them, but I believe he still loved them.
Oh, I think for Joseph, he had no problem with them.
He loved them.
He still was looking for them. Wherever they went, he
was
followed.
Toddling along.
He followed.
Looking for his brothers.
He was looking for his brothers. Always looking for his brothers. So I don't think it was Joseph had any issues with that. Sometimes in life, there can be disruptions, okay? So if, as I was saying last week, if these guys had helped Joseph, he probably would have got to his destiny or destination better and quicker, with less problems on his hands, having to deal with all the issues he dealt with when he got to Egypt. But because the brothers were not so supportive of his dreams and didn't understand him, that's the bit I want us to look at. When you're communicating with somebody, why can't they understand you? What are the problems there?
They don't have your vision.
What about the contents, the words? I mean, I don't know what else to say. But you say something to somebody and they go to the next person and they completely misconstrued what you said.
They will take some out or they'll put some in. That's how humans are. That's why we say it's very important to know who you are sharing your business with. Because if you share it with the right person, they will not go and tell another person to add some or to take some out of it.
They will say it like
you said it.
And mean it for what you meant it for. And that's been problems. Even in churches, people are talking, and when people talk and then the message gets to the next person,
they've deducted or they've added. Or
multiplied.
That's it.
They either subtracted or they added or they multiplied it.
So I see that it all comes down to being careful and knowing who to trust and knowing who you want to tell your business to. If you know that your blog is your friend and your blog has somebody told me once, I don't make 3 friends.
Okay.
I don't make 3 friends. Why? And I said, why don't you make 3 friends? Because if I tell you my business, you go and tell my business to somebody else. That person has got a friend that they'll go and tell that business to. And then it will be trending, it will be going. But if I know that you're my friend and you are just specifically my friend, I tell you my business, I know that it will remain with you. But if we want to keep our business and our dreams alive to ourselves, we mustn't share it.
I once said something to someone and I wouldn't say I regretted it, but I wish I had not said it. If you know what I mean.
Yes.
It got to a stage where I said to myself, no, I could pinpoint where the fault was.
Yes.
And I said, no, that was the defining moment in this scenario. I shouldn't have opened my mouth. I should not have said what I said at the time. But it's like years and years and years down the road, I still remember.
You still remember.
And when I see or when anything comes up along that line, I say, my goodness, Regina, you needed to have kept your mouth shut at that point. And it's too late for you. Once you say it's too late for you to go and take back your words.
this your story bring a story back to me. Yesterday, I was speaking to my younger sister. She called me, and I was speaking to her. Me and her the day before, we must have been talking, and we were like talking about my mom. And then my sister said something, and I said, "Listen, girlfriend, this has got nothing to do with us. This is their issue. Let them sort it out." She now went to my mom and said to my mom the thing that we were saying. Now my mom, I called my mom to speak to her. She says, well, as soon as I call, well, the issue does not concern you, that's it. So at once I knew where she's coming from. So I was speaking to my sister said to me, Carol, don't say nothing, I know where this is coming from. I opened my mouth, I shouldn't have said anything.
I know.
So I started laughing. Sometimes that's what I'm saying. If you tell somebody your business and they go and say it in a different manner, it comes back to you in a different manner that you said it. The way you're thinking about it, the way you're dreaming about it, the way you are even thinking about it.
So then, do we owe it to ourselves? Do we have a responsibility to ourselves how we communicate?
We do. We should keep our mouth shut.
But can you keep your mouth shut in society?
There's some things you have to know to say. And there's some things, wisdom is the ability to know the difference in people. Wisdom is the ability to know when to speak and when to shut up, not to say some things. Because if you've got wisdom, you know that, yes, this thing I must keep it to myself. These things I might not say. There are people that everything they will say, everything they will say, and it comes back to them.
And there are people who buzz into people's business regardless.
Nosy. They are called nosy.
They are called nosy. So sometimes on your journey to your dreams, to fulfilling your dreams, to achieving your purposes and what you hope to become, you will meet disruptions, you will meet stagnations, you will meet setbacks, confusions. You will get to a point where you will find yourself in the ditch. And in that ditch, you need the grace of God to be able to come back out again and continue from there. You will find yourself in seasons and times where people have forgotten you. Okay? And sometimes that can be very painful. As a young adult, as a youth, as someone, you know how you kind of go through friendship. I think teenagers have a lot of problems when it comes to maintaining friends and keeping friendship. So there will be seasons, there will be time in point in time where you look around and there's no one there for you to chat with, for you to talk with, for you to but you've got to kind of pick yourself up and know that this is just for a season, this is just for a moment in time. Greater things are ahead. So setback or confusion or stagnation or denial is not the end of the journey. It's just a stumbling block in that process, which you have to deal with in order to go on from there. Because Joseph went to the palace.
He did.
He got to the palace. He didn't know he was going to become the emperor of that nation at any point in time. Well, I wonder what was going through his mind when he was in the palace, serving the king
I bet he was
as a battler.
Is it me? Is this me? I don't.
Where is my dream? And sometimes we will go through that too.
He most probably had forgotten about that dream, because remember he was young that time.
Yeah.
So maybe he had just forgotten about that dream that he's had. Because I think at that point when he was going through all that persecution and the lies and this and that, I don't even think it was even at the back of his mind that this is what I dreamt about ages. Because if he did remember, he wasn't said. But I think that at that point when he was going through that torture, he wouldn't even remember. He was in prison, but everywhere. But if he might have remembered, because everywhere that he went, he had favor. He had favor.
When he was in his father's house.
In his father's house, he was loved. But when he came to Egypt, he had favor with Potiphar. And then from there, he went into the prison. He had favor from the prison guards.
Oh, yeah.
And then he had the baker had a dream. And the cupbearer had a dream. And he was able to translate it and tell them and ask them to remember. But it took a while for even that, for them to even remember him.
That's what I'm saying. So sometimes you come across some barriers. You may come across some stagnations. You may come across a period and seasons of confusion that you don't even know. People may not even remember you. You've done some good deeds here and there, and people don't even recognize it. They don't even acknowledge
Not
it.
at all.
And he even said to them, please, when you are discharged from this
Remember
place,
me.
remember me, don't forget me. But you may say that to people, and this, or even you may expect them to give it that recognition, and it doesn't come. They will not remember you. They don't care. They haven't got your back.
They don't. That's why people don't remember unless you're doing it for them. They don't remember. Only a selected few will remember. There are some people that will remember irrespective of whether you're there or not. And there are those that will not remember you at
Even
all.
if you're standing in front
of them, they'll forget because the good that you've done is wiped away, but the one little thing that you did is what is remembered.
Wow.
There is some people that are like that. Maybe Joseph in his father's house was very good to his brothers. Maybe they were sending him left, right, and center. But when it came to the point that they wanted to kill him, they did not even remember that he was our brother. They did not remember that he was the only one of his mother that we had to protect for his father. They just wanted to consume him and kill him, irrespective of where he was coming from. Whether your father loves you or your father don't love you, it's not our business. We just want to get it over and done with and just do our business and go. So it's like that. And even these people were the same. They were his family. They were not even his friend. They were his family. So sometimes even family members, you have to pick and choose who you're going to tell your business to, who you're going to tell your dreams to.
Even in a family.
Even in your family, your own family. Your own family.
Yeah.
Your own family.
But is that not something that is dividing us instead of uniting us? Is that not causing division in us? Because if I have to be so careful, I mean, a brother is a brother, a sister is a sister, right? A parent is a parent. And I mean, we know by even the story of Joseph that the father was somewhat offended at the message when Joseph keeps telling them about the dreams. So we know that at some point, even a father or a mother may be offended at what you're saying, and how far you're going. And I'm not talking when a child is being disrespectful here. I'm talking when a child wants to do something and the parent is not flowing on the same wavelength, and it becomes a tug of war. The child wants to go to uni, the parents want them to go and get a job, or vice versa, and it can become a tug of war. I mean, I know the young guys in community, everybody wants to go and play football. Every boy I know aspires to be a footballer. Very few people wants to go and do boxing. Some wants to go and be a runner. They want to race like Usain Bolt and thunderbolts and shoot through the sky. So that kind of thing. So children aspire among up to things in communities. So sometimes parents are not on the same wavelength as the child. The child wants to go in one direction, the parent is pushing the child in the other direction, and that can cause friction. And friction is what causes problems among family most at times, and it's basically the communication and people not taking responsibility. Joseph did not take responsibility for his message when he relayed it to them. The way he informed them, he didn't explain it enough for them to understand where he's coming from. He probably didn't understand it himself.
He didn't understand himself to even go and explain it to anyone.
So the message was like meaningless to them, and except for some reason they understood that this guy is trying to say something that they are not happy, they were not willing, they are not ready to buy into that message. So they had to come up with a plan, with a scheme to get rid of him. But little did they know that in that moment or in that season, in that plan that they were plotting and planning and wishing for his downfall or the end of his life, God was orchestrating his steps to his greatness, to his destiny, to fulfilling the dream that he had talked about for so long. So sometimes when you're communicating, we need to be careful. We need to be so careful who we communicate with. The contents of the message. Not every dream you get, you wake up to go and tell the world. Do you know what I'm saying? Not every dream. Not everybody needs to know your story. People, not everybody. Not all your friends, not all your colleagues. Don't keep sharing your dreams with the wrong people. That will come back to haunt you. That will come back to haunt you. Don't keep telling people what you have when people are not, they haven't got your back.
It's true. You have to know who to trust.
It's very sad because a friend cannot trust a friend, but yet we call ourselves friends. I don't
That's
get
not
it.
friends.
That's not friends.
That's not friends.
But they are friends until you, to the point you speak to them. The moment you tell them your story, that's when the friendship stops. But up until that point, they are your friends.
Not everybody you must call a friend. There's people you associate with. I don't call everybody a friend anyway. I don't know about you. Maybe everybody you encounter is a friend to you. But me, I've got a selected few friends anyway. Not everybody that I'll go and chat my business with. There's people I'll laugh with. There's people I'll meet you. I'll hi you. Hi, how are you? We have the basic conversations. How's your week been? How's your day been? Oh, it's good by God's grace. Even if it's not good by God's grace, it's still good by God's grace to you. Because you're not my friends to be sharing what I'm going through with you. So I select who my friends are. And I know who they are, who I can trust with my dreams, with my visions, with my aspirations, with what I want to do to a point. Because if I want to build a mansion or go and evacuate Queen from Buckingham Palace, I'm not going to come and tell somebody I've just met yesterday who claims to be my friend. Because they don't know my story. They don't know anything about me. I don't know anything about them to tell them my business. But friend, my sister, I'll say, right, like Joseph did. He thought that he's grew with his brothers. He knows his brothers. He can share what he has with them. But little did he know that these same people don't have his back. And they don't even like him to the point that they want to kill him. So we have to be careful, even in our own homes, our husbands, our wives, our mothers, our fathers, because we don't know their minds.
Ladies, he has dropped a bombshell. How can you not know the mind of your husband, your wives, your children? Anyway, I get the point you're making, and it's for me it's sad. It's very sad. Very sad if I cannot trust the mindset of the person that is sitting close by me, the mindset of someone I love and care about. I mean, things do change, but you have to come and explain to me. If I'm expecting you to move in this direction and you go in that direction, there has to be a reason. And you have to kind of communicate that with me. So communication is very key. But I hear you, in communities, in churches, at home, everywhere. We know that, you know, husband and wife are not communicating, they are not talking for whatever reasons there may be. Siblings are not gelling together for various reasons. And when you take it out to school, you can be friends with somebody from, let's say, year 6 to year 9. But when it comes to year 10, year 11, they don't want to know you. They don't want to know you. And most of the times you wonder, what did I do wrong? What did I say, or what didn't I say? Sometimes it's just good to say goodbye, you know, and just move on, because the anointing you carry is too much. Even when you go to school with somebody, even your grades can even offend them. Your grades can easily. Oh my goodness! The grades that you're all in the same class, all being taught the same subject. You're doing well. She's failing somewhere. You have excelled in that place. Even that itself can offend that person. Madam, know it all. They'll give you a name. And they will make your life miserable. Not that you have done anything wrong. It's just because they feel they can do that, so they want to make your life miserable. Sometimes it's very sad when people do that, because what's happening is, at the end of the day, you mean well. You want to say something nice. You want to be equipping and empowering. You know, you have good news. Who wouldn't want to share good news with people? Everybody would. Yet, everybody would. People just don't like it when you tell them good news. Because people don't like it when they see you are good. It could be they don't have no aspiration. It could be they don't have no dream.
They are just okay with the day-to-day activity. Like Joseph's brothers were just tending to the sheep day in, day out. Every day, Monday, tend to the sheep, take them to graze on the field. Tuesday, the same thing. Joseph was busy dreaming that one day the whole world was going to bow down before him. So they didn't understand that. Why is he sitting at home beside his father all the time, getting all the attention, the love, the support, everything? We are grazing the sheep and the cows and the whatever else, the pigs and whatever. And this guy comes back to us and say to us, wow, I'm going to be the next prime minister. You're going to be bowing down to me. Of course, they're going to hate him.
They're not going to like you.
Not at all.
They're not going to like you.
They're going to hate him.
And sometimes when that happens, unfortunately, as much as you love to share your good dreams and your aspirations and good things with people, people are not going to accept you for what you are and who you are. And that's okay. When people don't accept you for what you are and who you are, there's nothing wrong with that. Just remember, no situation is permanent in life.
No.
Things will change for the better.
Yes.
In no time, you will even forget you had a friend who never liked this.
You don't even remember that friend anymore. Today I was speaking to my cousin. She said to me, "Oh, you know what? Sometimes when you do this and people talk about it," and I said, "Listen to me, girl. Let people talk. Let people do what. So far as you got a dream, you pick up your dream and run with your dream. You don't listen to what people are saying, because I think you've been listening to what people are saying far too long. I think that if we listen, it's not going to get us nowhere. If you've got your dreams, you've got your potential, you've got your ability, you don't share it with the next person. Just get up and do what you have to do. Let them think that whatever they want to think about you, whatever they want to say about you, if you know that you're not hurting nobody, you know that you're not offending anyone with what you want to do, then why should I care about what you have to say?"
Yeah. Because sometimes in life, it doesn't matter what you say, how you say it, when you say it, if you say it. If people are going to be offended, they will be. They will choose to be offended.
Very true.
And sometimes because of your success, as you're saying, your grades alone, it annoys certain people. The fact that you have made something out of your life, the fact that you are on a pathway to success, and people can see you're very determined, you're very focused, and you challenge yourself, and you make sure that you're putting in the hours in order to get the rewards that you deserve. It's going to annoy people. Let them be annoyed. People will be offended at your success. People are going to be very annoyed because you're striving for greater things, to achieve bigger things in life, and that alone is going to annoy people. But when that happens, that's not your problem.
No, they'll come and meet you in the palace. Like David, like Joseph's brothers met him in the palace. Let them say what they want to say. Let them dig up a ditch as huge as anything, drop you in it. With the little rope, you climb out again and you fulfill and achieve your potential. And they'll come and meet you in the palace and they say, wow.
You see, when Joseph's brothers could not understand his dream and could not identify with the dream, and were not interested in pushing and praying and supporting and encouraging this dreamer, they wanted to pull him to their level.
That's it.
They wanted to pull him into the ditch where they were. And so that everybody will have peace of mind. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So sometimes instead of people pushing you up and encouraging you and guiding you and leading you and even showing you the ropes, things that you could do in order to get to that level, they wanted to pull him back and destroy him completely. So sometimes in life, people will pull you back, and as a young adult, you cannot afford to go through that. You cannot allow people who don't. You see, it comes to a point where when you're very hardworking, very diligent, you study, you show yourself approved, worthy of what you are wanting to achieve, people will want to pull you down. People will want to drag you. People will want you to come to their level. Every day you want to study. Every day you want to read. Every day you want when I was at school, they used to say I am too gentle.
Oh, gentle.
And I'm too defined and disciplined. I used to get that a lot. This girl, she's too disciplined. Let's go mess things up a bit.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And they want to drag you to their level.
That's it.
Because they want to be rough and rascal and whatever, you know, boisterous and behave and what do they call those people? Outlaws. Break the law.
But I think sometimes, I swear, mommy, you have to, if Joseph have not been separated from his brothers, I think that vision would have
it would not have come to pass.
So in life, sometimes I think as human beings, we have to be able to entangle ourselves and remove ourselves,
not entangle,
detangle ourselves from some certain people, some certain characters, for our visions to be fulfilled. Because something I just came to my mind: the day King Uzziah died in Isaiah, Isaiah saw the Lord. Do you understand?
Yes.
So sometimes we have to detangle ourselves from some certain situations and some certain people
in order to be able to see clearly and
our
move
vision
on ahead.
and move on. Otherwise, if we are always entangled with the wrong sort of people who don't have visions, who don't have aspiration, who don't know where the next level they want to get to, and we are around such people,
they are not going where you are going.
No.
They are not traveling in the same direction as you.
It's intoxicated. It just, everything around you becomes something else. You're not moving. You're just stagnant at one place. So I believe that as young adults, as even a grown-ups, we have to be able to allow some certain things to come out of our life to see clearly.
I like that. Allow.
Yes.
We have to be able to allow.
Yes.
As painful as it may be,
allow
certain things to come your way, just to live your life.
That's
so
it.
that you can progress to the next level. Because they become baggage and tangled and weigh you down and destroy you and cause you to mark time when you are hoping to push ahead. You know what? Sometimes someone just passing by, dropping one sentence in a day in your spirit can cause you to rise up and climb the next mountain. But someone will come and say, hey, like the Job's wives and their friends, why don't you curse God and die? And that's what they want. They want you to open your mouth and give up and say, you know what, I can't do this anymore. But that's not your story. That's not your dream. That's not your vision. You cannot look at the current situation, open your mouth and, you know, say the negative things and give up. You can't. As a young adult, as a youth, as a parent, you cannot say the negative thing at this stage, this point in life, and give up because of a challenge, because of a stagnation, because of a setback. You cannot look at the situation and give up. Joseph never gave up throughout his journey to success. He never gave up. There were always moments in time, even when the wife of the empress or the king came in to come and entice him and put a stumbling block and jeopardize the opportunity that was given him at that time. He wasn't upon his throne yet, on his way to his throne, but he never succumbed to pressure. He did not succumb. He did not bow down. He did not give in. He did not open his mouth negatively to say, you know what, if I'm going to the palace and I'm in the courtyard, let me celebrate. Some people celebrate in the courtyard. They drink, dance, eat,
they have not even
they've not gone through the door. Just the courtyard too. Everybody comes. Market people come to the courtyard. Intelligent people come to the courtyard.
This is Monica's story.
Silly, stupid people come to the courtyard. Confused people come to the courtyard. People without dreams come to the courtyard. You know, in the marketplace, some people dress up and they put their hands in their pockets. And they walk up and down in the marketplace. They are not doing anything.
They are just gallivanting.
I like the word.
Gallivanting from one end to the next.
Daydreaming. and all these people are in the courtyard. But when you are not careful, When you get to the
mingle with
courtyard,
them.
you will celebrate.
You mingle with them.
You would think you've arrived in the palace.
Yes.
After all, the door is just there. You can see the door.
Clearly.
So you think you've arrived.
No,
You haven't gone through protocol yet. You haven't gone through the first chamber, the second chamber to get to where the king is. But you're already celebrating because you've arrived. What a shame.
You have to be careful. Be content. They are content.
No, this contention is
They
not
are
good.
content.
To be content to be in the courtyard is not good. If you want to meet the king, if you want to meet the queen, if you want to get to the palace, the courtyard is no place to play games.
Meet him face to face before you start jubilating.
I mean, Esther didn't wait in the courtyard.
No,
She went to the king,
she did. Then he held this golden scepter.
until she got what she wanted.
That's it.
Huh?
Sometimes it's sad. The people we entrust,
Mm.
those are the people they will let you down.
The marketplace.
They'll let you down.
In fact, from now onwards, don't go to the marketplace. Go to the shop. Don't go to the marketplace. Go to the shop and go and do your shopping. Go to the shop and go and do your shopping. Don't go to the marketplace, because the marketplace can be, sometimes instead of you going to the library, yes, you are on the playground. Do you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And the playground, I'm not saying as a young adult, a young youth, you shouldn't have fun. But set your priorities straight. Get to know when to go and play and when not to play. But when I use the courtyard or the playground here, I'm talking about when you should be serious and you are not serious.
Yes.
When you should be focused and you are not focused. When you should be looking to doing things to achieve your dreams and you are playing video games. Do you know what I mean?
Beautiful.
Because there's no focus, there's no discipline, there is no guidance to push you to go to where you want to go to. Someone needed to keep reminding Joseph that you are going somewhere, so the dreams will keep happening. You won't have the dream just one day and that's it. The Lord will speak to you at different times, different seasons. Someone will come into your life. An angel will pass by, not with wings on their back.
No.
It could be a teacher. It could be a lecturer who will pass by and say, you know what? Bring your assignment. Let me proofread it.
That's
and I
it.
will mark it so that you know where you are. And you need to grab that opportunity with both hands. Because if you don't, you miss a good opportunity for you to get the best out of you, out of yourself. Challenge, as you were saying before, challenge yourself to a point where you feel inspired. Challenge yourself to a point where you feel inspired. If you are not inspired, you are dying.
You are. Because it was just the day I was even thinking, I'll say, so now what am I going to do? I've got so much time on my hands. I said to myself, if I had sat down last year, I wouldn't have achieved anything. But this year I have achieved something. Just 1 year. So then it came to me, I said, time waits for no man.
No.
Time waits for no man. You are sitting down, folded your arm, being a couch potato, feeling comfortable. What is your dream? What's your aspiration? Joseph had a dream. He was put in a ditch. He went to a place, an unknown land. He strived, he became the best.
And he had some responsibility towards that
The
dream.
best. He was in the, I think he needed to go to prison in order to get his visions and his dreams back again. Because I think he felt too comfortable in Potiphar's house. So I think that, yes, God said, this is you're too comfortable in where you are. So let me now take you to prison. And then you get your focus back again.
Every dream will be tested.
That's it.
Every dream you have will be tested. The dream to get married will be tested. The man will promise and leave and go and
He'll
come.
run.
Another one will probably come and promise and go and come. That dream to be the person you want to be in life will be tested. There will be occasions. I mean, you don't go to school, any academic setting, and at the end of the day, at the end of the year, you get tested. You have to go and do an exams of some sort. Sometimes it's a written one face to face. Everything will be tested, tried and tested. Your faith will be tried and tested. As a Christian, as a believer, God in his own wisdom will keep you through the processes, but it will be tested. Sometimes even God will send someone to come and test you. As he said, if you do this for the little ones, if you give to the needy, if you give to the poor, someone will knock on your door, and that might be your last cup of flour and the last jar of oil, and you may have to prepare something great for a prophet in order for you to see that pot of flour will never come to an end. So you will be tested. You will be sometimes you will be taken out of your comfort zone and put into a situation, the furnace fire, where it's heated 7 times than the normal temperature, for something to come out of you, for you to know that yes, in that fire there's a God that will blow cold air. In that lion's den, there is a God that will shut the lion's mouth, that they cannot eat you. And when you go through the waters, there is a God that will keep you, that the waters will not sweep over you. Life will test you, situations will test you, circumstances will test you, your friends will test you. They will come, they will leave, they will go away, new ones will come, and they will make your life better for you. In fact, if you have a friend who is always borrowing from you, ditch that friend in the ditch.
I think you have to. Because they're not putting anything
that
in your
friend
life.
Is always borrowing from you.
They are not putting anything
They are always
in your
taking
life.
from you.
Taking from you.
People that are always taking, and it's more blessed to give than to receive.
That's it.
People that are always taking, they need to be put in a ditch. They need to go in a ditch. If they don't go in a ditch, what happens? They sit there and they keep taking. They take and take and take and take and take and take. And they don't replenish. They don't give you anything back. And the moment that the box is empty, the moment the barrel is empty, the moment the waters have dried up,
they will run for another person.
Can you
to
imagine?
Go and take from them.
Can you imagine? So you need to wise up to these things. You need to wise up. It's good to share. Please share. By all means, share. But share with the right people. Give to the right people. Some people are not worthy of your friendship.
Of your time. Not even friendship, mommy, of your time.
They're just not worthy.
No, because no.
Because if you allow them to hang around, they will destroy everything that you are hoping to build. They will even bring you down. They will cause you to be confused even more. I bet when Joseph was in the ditch, he was probably asking, what on earth am I doing
What is
here?
my brothers thinking of? Are they serious? Are they thinking right? What's come over them today?
God help us.
Please, like, is this my brothers?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I was talking to a friend, and the friend said, Regina, sometimes you've got to roll with the punches in life, because not everything is nice and cushioned and soft. You know, sometimes you fall on brick, and when you fall on the gravel, you will feel it.
Yes,
it will scrape your skin. It will roughen you up in life, if you know what I mean. But once it heals, you probably won't remember it. And sometimes you will fall. As a young adult, sometimes you will fall.
Yes.
As a parent, sometimes you will fall.
That's it,
and who knows, you may not fall on a nice cushion.
No.
There might not be a trampoline there for you to fall on it and bounce straight back up and out, and off you go again. But you've got to roll with the punches sometimes. Take the good with the bad. Take the bad with the good. Make sure you are focused. Make sure you are determined. Know what you want to achieve in life. Keep working and keep digging. Keep trusting that one day you're going to get there. It's not too far away. No. One day is just the next day. One day, yesterday, is today. And one day tomorrow is now.
It's true.
You cannot keep, hanging around in the dark and going around in circles and skirting around the mountains, and the same issue is hunting you down. Pick yourself up. Move on. It. Joseph didn't give up. Throughout the journey, throughout the barriers, throughout the stagnation, the delays, the rejection from the brothers, the fact that they chose to reject him instead of accepting him, instead of receiving him, they chose to reject him. He didn't give up.
He didn't.
He still kept going. To the point where he now not only dreaming, but interpreting
dreams as well. You see? He has matured.
He has matured. He has progressed.
He has progressed to the next level.
By the grace of God.
I bet he said the dreams that I had some time ago.
Yes.
They got me into this situation. Now I
Yes.
must learn how to interpret that dream. So next time I'll keep my mouth shut. You see?
So now he's got to a point where he's able to interpret the dream, to let people know, and then said to people, don't forget me when you go out there. And maybe that's what someone needs to know, that the Lord will not forget you when you go out and when you come in. Our good God will not forget you. There is somebody out there that has got your back. You just need to find who that person is and know that person for what they are. It's not everybody who has your back. It's not everybody who wants to take you, help you, guide you, support you, cherish you, and nourish you to your next level. Some people are just weeds, and you need to detangle yourself and dig them out. As we bring the program to a close, Lady C, what do you want to say?
Sometimes we have to check ourselves. We have to know, we have to guide our steps right to the right direction. We have to assess and look at the people that is around us, to know them well, to be able to share our dreams and aspirations with. We may be a young adult, we may be an elderly person, we may be a mom, a dad, whoever that we are. Choose the right people to know you, who knows you, your ability, who knows your strength, in order to be able to help you. Don't share your dreams and aspirations with everybody that comes your way. Not everybody loves you. There's wolves in sheep's clothing. They'll pretend to love you, but deep down, check their heart before you share your dreams with. I'm Lady C, the one and only one, and I so love you. Till we meet again next week. Remain blessed.
Amen. Thank you so much. My name is Regina, and this has been On Point. It's been a pleasure to have your company. I hope we've shared something that will encourage somebody, empower somebody, enlighten somebody, and give you that momentum to keep going. Don't give up. Don't give up, because God has not given up on you, and we have not given up on you. Until we meet again next week, remain blessed and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye-bye.
Everything we need, you say you got this in control. And now we know that you made a way. When our backs were against the wall, and it looked as if it was over, Lord, you made a way.
This is Starr Radio UK.
And we're standing here only because you made a way.
Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7. Thanks for listening.
Looking back on where we come from, because of you and nothing we've done to deserve the love and mercy you showed. Your grace was strong enough, and you picked us up. Say you made a way when our backs were against the wall, and it looked as if it was all. Father, you made a way. You made a way, and we're standing here only because. Sing it again. You made a way. When our backs were against the wall, and it looked as if there was no way out, but you made a way. And we're standing here right now only because you made a way. So you move mountains, you cause walls to fall with your power.
Thanks for listening.
And we're standing here only because you made you move. You cause walls with your awesome power. You perform miracles. Yeah. There is nothing, oh God, that's impossible. Everything you do, and we're standing here only because you move mountains down. You cause walls to fall. You got mighty power. You perform miracles every day. There is nothing that's impossible. Yeah, and we're standing here only because we ain't going nowhere. We're standing here tonight. Giving you praise. You deserve it. We're standing here only because you made every day, every hour, Lord. You keep making way for me. You made a way. You made a way. You bless my life so much. I'm so blessed tonight. Yeah. And I don't know how. You did it. Said I don't know how. You found a way to do it. And I don't know how. Don't know how. Said I don't know how. Never know how. And I don't know why. You've been so good to me. Keep blessing my life. You've been a friend. You've been a father. You've been faithful. You've been good. You've been awesome, God. Don't know why. I am grateful. And we're standing here only because you made. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We're staying right here because you made. And we're standing here only because you made. You move mountains. Hey, telling you about my God. He moves mighty mountains. He kicks them out of the way. He moves big mountains. Yes, he does.